A very good afternoon. Today I will show the network protocol lab 2 and let's start. So lab 2 is try to learn configure the static route and the default route. So this is the topology request to build. So I already done before this, so that can save the time. So let's start. This is for the lab 2 mind map for myself. So at the first we build a topology and establish a physical media so we can see the R1, R2, and R3. And I already established the physical media and also label the IP address for the physical media and for the loopback IP address for the router 1, router 2, also the router 3. So after I done for this, I configure the device name and the IP address for the R1, R2, and also for the R3. So let's follow. So system view and we name first. We follow the command. We enter the interface view. So we configure the IP address. We do the loopback. Configure the loopback IP address. We configure the IP address. We already done. So we try to display. It will show the gigabit internet 001 and I already assigned the IP address 10.10.0.13.1 and the 24 is already upstate. And next we do for the router 2 same step. So we go to the system view. We press show step. So we click and because the router connected to key interface. So also this so we put the IP address. And so we display. We already assigned for the 001 and the 002. And I need to return for the R1 first because I lose for the one of the internet gigabit. So system. Because this one router is connected to interface. So just now I just do the one. So do the another one. We see again. Make sure I already done for the configuration. Yeah, already done. So next is for the router 3. something like the router 1 and the router 2 system. We rename it. We go for the interface view. And we configure IP address. Maybe that will be quick. And done for another interface. Address. We do the loopback. We go back for the user view and we display. It show we already assigned for the 10.0.3 and it show at the picture. And after we done for this, so we try to pin the command to test the network, so we can see already done for the configuration device name. So we test the network connectivity. So we try to make sure my connection is already done. So I try to pin. Very work. And we try to pin another for the router 1. Yes, also work. So after we done for this, we try to pin the command to test the network, the connectivity from the R2 to the network from the R2. You can see the R2 router R2 to test the connection for this interface 10.0.13.0 and also for the loopback for the R3. So we at the first it will not cannot be, so we prove it. It cannot be. Yeah, it show like the request times out because we not set the route first. So we can try to, because we haven't set, is follow the my map test the network connectivity. Is cannot work because test out. And next is to build the route table, build the routing table. So we try to build first for the routing table. Maybe to see whether the we display. This is something I typed wrongly, so we try again. It will show the routing table for the R2, and the routing table does not contain the log for these two network, which means it's the 10.0.13.0 and the loopback for the 10.0.3.0. So from table we does not see, so we need to set it. So we try to set the route static for the router 2. So okay, every route we set the route AP static. Oh, this is something I type. Try and miss out the submit, so it comes up error. So when I read it out, so I log another for the loopback. So same command for the loopback of R3. We already done for the static route. So after we done, we go back for the routing table of R2, so we can see these two network IP address already shown in the routing table. So we try to display again. Okay. It will show the 10.0.3.0 is the static that I already set up just now, and also the 10.0.13.0 also the static, and the preference is a 60. So after we done for this, we try to, after we done for the set the static route, and we configure the backup static route. So if the link between the R2 and R3 is faulty, so we have the backup route. So also can go to this link and loop back, go through the 10.0.20.12.0 and this link. So we configure the static route. Already done. So I go back for the router 2 do the configure the static route, backup static route. And we set the preference. So we set another one. It's faster. There's something. Enter. Yeah, it's success. And next is the for the R3. We also configure the backup static route. System view first. So it's already done. So I go back for the router 2 display to display the IP router. So we can see the new static. Show is the same static and the 10.0.3.0 static 60 and also the 10.0.13.0 also this static 60. So we also pin to make sure the connectivity, to test the network connectivity to ensure the route between the R2 and R3 is SC. So we go in can route it, and after we done, oh, I missed out the last one is the tracers. So tracers is you can trace the IP address for the every hood, so they can through every hood to from the source to the destination. So we can trace something like we use this IP address to go to the destination, and also we trace for the traces for the loopback. also same. So after we done for the configuration backup static route, so we try to test the backup static route is success or not. So we switch down this link for the IP address 10.0.23.0. So we try to switch down first. So we go to the system view, go into the interface view, shut down, show the down step quick. Really down step, you can see the line already red dot. So we display IP routing table. We will change the route for the static 80. Yeah, same like this. And we try to pick for the router to make sure it can work. We try to pick, it can work. It show is successful. So we can also the trace, make sure the backup is work. So we traces. Yeah, it work. So after this, we also can use the default route to implement the network connectivity. So before we done this, we undo the shutdown first. So shutdown, we will reopen again. It's upstate. You can see upstate, and the line from the red dot to turn into the green dot. So this means it's already up, already undo shutdown. So we try to now we do the default route uh, uh, for the R1 router 1. So we can try to pin the router from R1 first to see if that's not successful. So we can configure it again. This router 1 is try to ping to the IP address this 10.0.23.0 because this is not connection, so it's show the result request times up, so it is normal. So we can see the display route. We can see the routing table for the R1. See whether the IP address is shown on the routing table of the R1. It definitely will not show in the routing table for the R1. We didn't see the 10.0.23.0 on the routing table of the R1. So after this, so we try to configure the routing static R1. So routing static is 0000 is quite easier to remember. Okay, now try to route. We try to configure the default static route. So after this, we try to pick so we can see it will show the success. Yeah, do the success. And just now we do the backup for the static route for the static route. So now we configure a backup for the default route. So also the same, we do the one. We configure the backup static route, default route. Sorry. So we go to the system first. Set the ending. So the static is the 16. So we default set the ending. Another is for the R3. Same like the R1. So we configure the route state. success. And now we jump into the R1 to see the logging table. See the logging table first. Is show or not the logging table R1. We haven't closed it, so it will show the 00 and the status 60. So we try to shut down the connectivity. So make sure the configuration backup, the configuration backups default route is work. So we shut down first to test the backup default static default route. So we try to close it first. Shut down. And we also shut down R3. Now we can see the red dot on the IP address 10.0.13.0. So we also the shut down for the R3. They show the red light. So this being I already shut down. So now I try to display the routing IP routing table for the router one to see whether have any changes or not. Yeah, it will change the just now is the static 60, now change to the static 80. So this means the configuration for the backup default route is work. So we try to pin first, pin again to make sure the connectivity. 3, yeah, it works. So this which means the configuration just now for the backup default route is already successful. So we also can trace us to see where is the next hop from the source to the destination. You can see the traces is the IP address is from this way to this way. So from the source R1 to the definition R3 through these two links instead of the I already shut down this link. So this is the IP package reaching R3 where the next hop. Yeah, this is for the lab 3. For the lab 2 demonstration, and this is the map and follow the step by step until the end. And I will show you just now until the end. So that's all for today for this demonstration of lab 2 network protocol. Thank you.